Alright, so I'm gonna start this off. The whole Genshin versus Wuthering Waves thing is absolutely stupid, and I am so tired of it.
Oh, Don coming in with the hot take.
It's stupid because, yes, Wuthering Waves, in a number of ways, you could say is a better game. But that doesn't make Genshin Impact suddenly a trash game. Genshin Impact still has, I'm gonna say it, a far superior story. In my opinion, a more appealing art style. And I will give it to Wuthering Waves. Exploration, it does kind of beat the crap out of Genshin, just because you can run up walls and frickin' fly. But hey, Wuthering Waves, I'm waiting till you give me something in the game that lets me do this. And not for a limited amount of time, either.
We want actual steeds.
Yes, we want actual steeds. Like, the motorcycle we can use in Wuthering Waves is a boss ability with a very long cooldown, so it's not the same, okay? It's not the same. Look at this. Moika, she's done, and then she's ready again. Well, technically, it's because we're in Natlon, but still, it's like a 1 second cooldown before you can use her bike again. It's very, very fast. Like that. But yeah.
Is it only like one echo that does that right now?
There's only one echo that does that right now. But again, granted, it is kind of a moot point since we can fly in the new region, but I don't care. Give me the ability to, like, use a motorcycle constantly. Technically, there is a way to do that by equipping the fire boss onto all your characters. But, you know, that's incredibly unoptimal. Because you're now using... You're basically nerfing your team doing that. Also, people that say Natlon's stories suck, I'm sorry, you have poor taste. How did you feel nothing at that one story quest where all those characters were freaking dying? We saw a literal body count. Paimon was losing it at how many people were dying. And our main character even said, that's why it's war, Paimon. What were you gonna say, Noir?
One person tested it on YouTube. You could actually make that body count into the millions.
In the millions if you did nothing. I also heard
if you stay in AFK in one spot. Yeah.
I heard that if you actually if you're actually too slow on things, not only will NPCs die, but even when you've completed the quest, certain NPCs will no longer be in Natlon.
That's the same if you do it in the correct order too. But if you do it in the correct order, like more NPCs will stay there, but like few of them will not be there. But if you do them in the wrong order, you will see a noticeable difference in Natlon City.
Yeah. I guess another criticism I should address for Genshin Impact is, oh, gacha games don't have the balls to kill off characters and such. It's like, playable characters, sure. Sort of. Because it is very possible to have a playable character and then kill them off 3 or 4 years later. We would know that from Himiko from Honkai Impact 3rd. And a lot of the Flame Chasers. Also, opening the map does not pause the game. Yeah. But, really, I am so tired of the Wuthering Waves versus Genshin Impact thing. It's like, they're both good games. Now, granted, if you want to complain about something like having the Seat Lolly and Moika banner on the first half and not have the two multis until the second half, yeah, that's shitty. That is something I will not deny. And I also want to state, this is coming from the perspective of someone who's taken... How many breaks have I taken from the game? I think it was 2. Was it 2 or 3?
A few, yeah. Probably 2.
Yeah, 2 breaks from the game. One was, unfortunately, because I listened to the wrong influencers and was like, oh, I don't have anything to use these strong characters on. Only to later realize, wait, I actually don't care. I took a break from that after Inazuma and came back around Sumeru, which, by the way, some people say Sumeru is not a good story. You're not a good story. Fucking disrespecting Nahida.
You're not a good story.
I think the reason why people say that is because they went through the freaking R&R quest and
no, the R&R quest is dog shit. The R&R quest is dog shit. I will not defend that even remotely. But the main story of Sumeru is peak.
Yeah. But I will say this. I did the R&R quest all in one go, and after like 2 hours, okay, it's finally done. This
yeah, that's
section
how I felt.
Done.
That's how I felt.
I was like 2 hours in. Oh, we're done.
Nope.
Wait a minute. There's another part.
There's another part after that part too.
Yep, and then you just get then you have all these quest markers in the R&R village, and you're like,
It leads to a feel-good moment, but it is not worth the 7 to 8 hours, and that's lowballing it to get it done.
It made me want to skip quest option in Genshin.
Also, again, if you think Nahida's a bad character, I have C6 Nahida, so what do you think that says about my taste? Nahida's great. Don't bully the cat.
Don, you just made the case for everyone to say you have bad taste if they don't like Nahida.
Am I supposed to be bothered by people with terrible opinions?
No, it's just, kind of opened yourself up to that one.
Don't care. Been saving for Nahida ever since I saw the leaks that she was gonna be a Terry clone.
I will say this: I have C6 Shenhe. I have not used her for a year.
Wait, were you deep into Honkai Impact 3rd by the time that Nahida actually came out?
Yeah.
Huh. Just wondering,
if you remember, Lane, I went to Honkai Impact 3rd during my first break because I thought it would give me more of what I wanted that I thought Genshin lacked, which, it honestly did.
Yep. I can definitely say that.
What's wrong, Dev? Did you not like Sumeru? I guess I should specify those that think Nahida is a trash character. Or Sumeru story is trash.
Oh, never played it. Okay.
Okay. But yeah, Sumeru is an awesome story. Fontaine... Gosh darn, it's so close to being better than Sumeru. But unfortunately, the prison arc kinda sunk that.
The prison arc was fun.
The last 25% of it was fun. The rest of it was just filler. I'll put it bluntly, it was just filler. But yeah, like I was saying, I just think the whole Wuthering Waves versus Genshin thing is just completely overblown, because it's just like, you know, you can enjoy...
It's people trying to farm drama, let's just be honest.
It is people trying to farm drama, but not just that. It's kind of just like tribalism more than anything.
Oh yeah, it's heavy tribalism. I'm just saying more of it is stoked by those people that just want to be, like, drama farms.
Yeah. And again, Genshin's done things that is definitely worthy of criticism. Again, like the whole...
Yeah.
Not giving 2 multis for the banner change. That was a massive oversight.
Wait, we're talking about Genshin right now?
Yeah. What were you gonna say?
I mean, Genshin's had a lot of shit thrown its way over the years, definitely. Anniversaries, anyone?
I'm not defending that. Honestly, nearly every Genshin anniversary until the 5th one was practically shit. The 5th one, they actually started adding quality of life stuff that I wanted. And no, I'm not talking about the 5-star. I'm talking about the ability that you can fill this up just by using resin. Thank freaking gosh for that. I really do not like doing the dailies in Genshin. Honestly, that's the reason I took That's the reason I took 2 breaks. Is I just hated the daily system. But once that went away, it's like, huh, I'm having a lot more fun because I don't have to spend time doing my dailies, because by the time I'm done with my dailies, it's like, I don't feel like exploring anymore.
God damn, I forgot how beautiful Kafka is. I wanted to step on me. Wait, this is
I'm
gonna be a
keeping
video,
that
isn't
in.
it? Wait, this is gonna be a video. Oh wow.
Yes!
Kafka can step on me, dominate me, and do everything she wants with me. I don't give a shit.
Okay then.
I'm tired.
I mean, to be fair, I don't want to be stepped on. I want to be sat on by a number of characters. But communities just need to be nicer to each other. Like, it's just like Genshin, Wuthering Waves, they're very similar. Though, I will say, people that want to deny...
It still makes me laugh that Wuthering Waves...
Go ahead.
You cut out.
No, I was waiting until Dawn was finished.
I was going to say...
It still boggles my mind that Genshin Impact is the best, like, bug, like, fix that Wuthering Waves could ever have, because if Wuthering Waves still has some bugs, but if you have Genshin Impact downloaded still, all the bugs are still, it's all gone.
I have both, and I can tell you the bugs in Wuthering Waves are not fixed. In fact, I guess that's another thing I should mention is, look, there's a lot of things to criticize Genshin for. The quality and stability of the game is not one, okay? This game Wuthering Waves made me realize how unstable these gacha games can be. Oh my god.
Exploration and trials. Adventuring is right
Oh
up my
man,
alley.
Lane, remember when we were playing Wuthering Waves together and we encountered the glitch? Not even the glitch, because we couldn't control it. The glitch that stopped all music in the game, and we had to wait for a patch update for that.
I remember that shit. Oh man, I couldn't catch it this time. Yeah, we got an ad right now.
Oh. Oh no, it's almost like Hoyoverse has a lot more resources
This is hyperbole. This is hyperbole. Read the last sentence.
Ow. No, we're talking about Wuthering Waves.
Yeah, I honestly have not seen anything from Punishing Grey Raven.
Punishing Grey Raven, from what I always hear, is basically the equivalent of the Dark Souls of Gacha games. Those games are hard, from what I last heard. Very, very skill-based. Granted,
Yeah,
if you will...
I played.
Go ahead.
I played Punishing like Grey Raven, and it's very hard.
Very hard because enemies hit very hard and they're very, very fast.
Oh yeah. Sometimes it takes me like 3 or 4 tries to even defeat some stuff. So and I've been playing the game since day 1.
Yeah. Now, I will say as well, I think both Genshin Impact and Wuthering Waves have great stories. But, you know what, I'm just gonna say this. The people that are glazing the story of Wuthering Waves' newest story, but shitting on Natlan, I don't understand where you guys are coming from, because I'm like, oh, they're similar in quality. Oh, okay, this one. This point bothered me quite a bit. You want to know what criticism was going on the past month? It's that Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail could use more cinematics in its story. I'm gonna be real. I don't give a shit about that until it's like a big battle near the very end.
I'm like, bitch, what?
Yeah, they're just like, oh, Genshin, Honkai Star Rail doesn't have enough cinematics.
I repeat, bitch, what?
And not only that, I don't care. What? Why should I care? I'm here for the story. The cinematics enhance the experience. Sure. But you use the cinematics for, like, the very end. Now, I will say, for Wuthering Waves, I noticed for, like, its newest story quest, it had, like, 4 cinematics, and yeah, those were great. Does it make it automatically better than Genshin's? I don't think so at all. I've seen some people criticize both Honkai Star Rail and Genshin, saying that, its storytelling could be a lot better. It could be like Zenless, and it's like, granted, I do believe they have a point with Zenless, but
Honestly, Zenless is its own beast, considering how
Zenless,
its storytelling is.
yeah, Zenless
It's
is
like even not only like compared to the other Hoyo games, but basically a lot of like these games, the comic book style is one of the best like storytelling engines I've ever seen.
Oh, it absolutely is. But yeah,
I would say something, but I will say that when we're on this video.
Okay. But yeah, I've seen a number of people just be like, oh, Genshin Impact dialogue is facial animation does this, does that. They don't move much. It's just like...
The one complaint I have with Genshin Impact story is Paimon talks way too much.
I feel like they've gotten a little better at that. I will agree a bit.
That was one of the big complaints for me is, and
Paimon's actually better in side quests, actually.
no, the main thing that really got to me, and it kind of extends into Paimon, I don't really get a personality from Genshin's MC as much, and that was a big thing for me.
That's a more like Stella and Flash, like that's way better.
Yeah, like Star Rail, of course, like L and Y's from ZZZ as well. I'm
Oh man,
I'm
I
kind of feeling.
forgot that Wise was.
You forgot Wise existed?
Yes.
I mean, I still think
Okay.
Kel is the more interesting character.
Oh yeah. The thing is, they play off well with each other.
Oh, they
like,
absolutely do. They absolutely do. Would not
But
would
yeah,
not
I
change
forgot
a
that.
thing.
I'm honestly,
I forgot
I-
that Wise existed.
I will give Wuthering Waves this, despite not getting like the best personality from Rover. Like I kind of felt at the beginning they were just in the same boat as Aether and Lumine, but at least they got the thing of, okay, we can't just have someone else be a mouthpiece for Rover. We can't have like Abby just be the mouthpiece. We got to make them talk ASAP.
Yeah, I will say, I feel like 2.0 specifically, they've started to try to make the MC a little more unique. Oh yeah, I guess that's another thing I will give praise to Wuthering Waves, because I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. The amount of effort that Wuthering Waves puts into its character animations for dialogue during regular cutscenes, it's really damn impressive.
Yeah.
Like,
I remember when just talking to the two Black Shores that we meet at the beginning with Encore. when she does the little cute face for you.
yeah,
It's
when
like-
she does the cute face. Again, even NPCs have like these unique faces that you don't see from anywhere else. Like Duncan from Caroletta's quest. He had so many different facial animations.
Oh yeah, and he looked like, even though technically he is supposed to be like a different, or like he's still supposed to be an NPC. He had like a lot more to him. It felt like
He had a lot more to him, and that is something I will say is not necessarily a criticism for Genshin, because personally it doesn't bother me. But I do think they could put a little more effort into the animations for the characters when they're talking.
okay. Talking about NPCs, I think the one like greatest thing is when you can take someone that has a like the usual basic NPC design and still make them a super memorable character. And the one character that I will always push as one of the most memorable yet basic design is Scott from Honkai Star Rail. Cause that guy is such an asshole in everything he is. It's like, even though he's got the most basic design, he's just got glasses on his face, and that's pretty much the only thing that just makes him a distinct NPC. But he is such a whiny bitch that everyone remembers him.
Yeah, because he's an asshole and everyone deserves to bully him. Alright, I just remembered this, so I'm gonna say it. One other thing Wuthering Waves does way better than Genshin, and this is something Genshin should actually improve on. Have the character quests, and you spend at least 80% of the time with the character. I'm sorry, that is something that really does bother me with Genshin Impact's character quests. Most of the time you're talking to NPCs, and then later on you start spending time with them.
Yeah.
So you're just talking about the characters, and then every now and then you'll just come across them?
Yes, it is. Kazuha was a bit of an exception, because he actually joins you for a lot of it. And
Hu Tao. Hu Tao's story quest was pretty, like...
yeah,
that was
Hu
pretty
Tao,
good.
I do remember that. And I will say, Father's story quest was a bit of an exception to the rule, for one reason. She's in the Fatui. She's in the Fatui, she's super secretive, And we also got that amazing cutscene between her and Child. And not to mention, the whole time you're trying to sneak around Father with Linny and Lynette. And by the second time you see Father, Father goes, "So, how do you plan to distract me today? Oh, did you think I didn't know?" Not like, oh shit.
I'm actually reminded of Child's character quest with his younger brother.
With his kid brother.
Yeah, with his kid brother, we have to pretend that he's not part of a fucking evil organization.
What do you mean you don't want to focus 90% of character story quests on this random NPC? Now that I think about it, I don't think Star Rail does that.
The best part about that quest with like Tartaga, like if you actually do it, it actually changes the storyline a little bit when you meet him. Because if you don't do it, he doesn't treat you like as kindly as he does like if you do it.
Well, I think you can only do his character quest after you've beaten him.
Yeah,
I think yeah.
Down the line, like if you don't do it, like if you don't do that story quest and you see him in Fontaine, he doesn't treat you as kindly as he does.
Oh, you're talking about Fontaine, not Lele.
Yeah. So if you don't do the quest, he doesn't treat you as kindly. Like, but if you do the quest, he treats you like you're like a lover if you play Lumine and a brother if you play Aether.
No,
that's another thing that
no. I play as Lumine. He does not treat you like a lover. He treats you like a fellow battle maniac.
No. Like, he treats you like a lover.
Lane, didn't you play Lumine too?
I didn't get to Fontaine, remember?
No, Okay. I got to Fontaine. He did not treat me like a lover. If anything, he treats you like a very close friend. In fact, one of the first things he says in Fontaine is how much he's looking forward to battling you.
But Don, don't you know, close friends don't exist in anime games. If they even like you just a little bit, it means you want to fuck. That's how shipping works, right?
The way that he meant to battle you was
in bed.
Actually, yeah, that was an actual innuendo.
Are we talking about the same person who got so excited at the thought of fighting you back during the whole bank thing?
Yep.
Okay, Noir, I'm gonna say this. The only reason it sounded like he wants to fuck the MC is because he has the battle lust of a Saiyan.
But the thing is, you defeat him.
And battle to them is their fucking.
Well, in Tartaglia's case, if you actually understand his story a little bit, like if you read his like profile and everything, his brothers, like if you treat his brother like his sister with respect, he'll absolutely love you.
Again, I understand that. I went through Fontaine. I had done his story quest by then. And I did not get the impression he wanted to fuck. I got the impression he wanted to throw hands. And that he fears his master, Cirque. That too.
There's 3 people in the Fatui that Tartaglia fears. One of them is, like, he fears Skirk, like, of course. But he fears, like, Arlecchino.
For very good reason.
Yeah, everybody, like, all but one character, like, all but one Fatui Harbinger fears, like, Arlecchino.
Isn't it the one girl that was sleeping during the meeting when they first unveiled all the Harbingers?
No, the girl, like Colombina, she wasn't sleeping. There's a very specific reason why she doesn't open her eyes. And I can't really say that.
Yeah, don't say it. Again, you're a beta tester and sus. Child Demon
Also-
said he wanted to
also-
fight Corrine for funsies and was even cool with the death penalty if he lost the duel. Yeah, that further proves my point. He loves to battle. Gosh darn, he probably would hire Hit to fight him and kill him just to have him. Child is a more intelligent Goku. Am I wrong, Lane?
It's been a while.
But yeah, again, like I was about to ask, Lane, I don't think they have that NPC problem when it comes to character quests in either ZZZ or Honkai Star Rail. Pretty sure you spend most of the time with the characters.
Most of the time. I'm having a hard time, like, remembering a character that it was just the NPC.
Now again, granted, maybe Hoyoverse has gotten a little... Not Hoyoverse. Genshin might have gotten a little better with that. But there's just so many story quests to go through. I'll have to judge that. But again, Wuthering Waves, its character quests, have you spend most of the time with the character, and they all have a unique dungeon for each one of them, which I heavily appreciate that. But again, I just find the whole fight between them stupid. It's just like, if you were to ask me, if you were to ask me and you haven't played either Genshin or Wuthering Waves, I would probably recommend Wuthering Waves first. But if you've also been playing Genshin for a long time, there's no reason to quit the game. You can play both. I'm playing both. Gosh, just the whole... It's not even the drama farmers like you think, because I can't tell you the amount of videos I saw pop up on my feed that's just like, oh, Wuthering Waves player plays... No. Let me rephrase that. Genshin player plays Wuthering Waves for first time, and it's just dunking on it. It's like, Wuthering Waves is better in a lot of areas, but... Gosh, it makes it sound like you're going from, like, Mario 2 USA... Oh, wait, no. Mario 2 Lost Levels to Mario 3. It's nothing like that. Again, just enjoy both games. They're both great games. Although one thing I will say that Genshin automatically has over Wuthering Waves. Lane, can you imagine how much content you would have if you started Genshin day one right now?
That is a lot of content.
Yeah.
And you get a free 5-star at the very start of the game too. With Genshin Impact, you get a free 5-star at the start of the game.
I think that's also a thing with WoA.
That is a thing with WoA. In fact, you get 2. Might even be 3 unless I'm misremembering.
I think the third one might have been like an event.
Also, are you sure that every new player gets a free 5-star in Genshin? I don't remember that. I remember that being a thing for Anniversary.
That thing is still going on.
When is its expiration date? Now, I will say this. Genshin, please fix your weapon banner. The whole fate system. That is one thing I wish you would take from Wuthering Waves. Just have it where it's not even a 50-50 or such. It's just, you see the gold, you get the character. Actually, while I'm at it,
They
Genshin.
run 2 weapons. In Genshin, they run 2 weapons that are for the characters that are on the banners.
I will say the
fate system works perfectly. The current fate system works perfectly. They've adjusted it 3 times already. So
hey, it doesn't mean it can't be better.
without the fate system, we would have we would have the old system back.
That's not true. Look, Genshin has the ability to change the way it does its banners anytime it wants to. Let's be real. Even if Genshin keeps the 50-50, make the weapon banner guarantee carry over to the... Okay, yeah, that. One of the things I hate about the weapon banner is the fact if you get only 1 fate point, that does not carry over to the next weapon banner. So, if you're going for the weapon, and you lose your 50-50 to another weapon, that fate point is wasted unless you get the weapon. So it basically, at that point, incredibly incentivizes you to spend right there. Because, again, your pity doesn't carry over. Well, your pity does, but your fate point does not. Actually, you know what? While I'm on it, Kawar, I'm just gonna say the Chronicle Wish banner, it's stupid. It's so dumb.
The Chronicle Wish banner? Oh yeah, the one that's this make for special events. I don't understand why they did that.
No, here's my problem with it. I don't have a problem with its existence. Lane, I don't know if you remember this, but my biggest problem with the Chronicle Wish banner, its pity only carries over to the next Chronicled Wish banner. So, if you lose your 50-50, or you're like 50 wishes in and got nothing, doesn't carry over to this. Only carries over to the next Chronicled Wish, which... the first Chronicled Wish was like back in March of last year. And we're only getting the next Chronicled Wish banner around like, what, January 20th or something? Yeah, it only lasts for half the patch. I'm sorry. The Chronicle Wish banner is a scam. It's a scam that forces you to pay. I mean, even Honkai Star Rail's doing its rerun banners right. It's running a whole bunch of banners together, but you know, they still count as limited character banners. If you don't get the character you're wanting, hey, it still applies to the next character you're going for. Also, gosh darn, Lane, this is one of the best idol animations.
I know.
Like I said, Genshin has a number of problems it should fix. But that doesn't make it a bad game. Like, again, like I pointed out with Lane earlier, people that are starting this game, the later you start, honestly, other than missing out on characters and weapon banners, you got so much content. That's how I felt on the first Chronicle Wish. Wanted Jean, but had to go hard pity twice to get... Okay, now I got it. I would give you one of mine! Because I've literally got Constellation 17 before. If I could, I'd give you one of mine. Lost the first...
Hey, I got pretty much I got Constellation 20 Mona, so I don't know why she comes like whenever I do rolls.
Can I give you guys one of my Yanqings?
I'd rather
all 8 of them?
I'd rather take another Chi-Chi. C7, yep, that's
like,
how
no
many
joke.
times I've lost 50-50s to her.
When I was rolling C6 like Shenna, I had a Mona, Shenna, and another Mona in the same roll.
Oh, wow.
I was like, what the hell happened here?
Also, if you have C6 Shinha, you should actually be able to do some crazy shit with Moika and Sit Lolly, from what I last looked
I
at.
don't use her though, because she's been power crept pretty hard.
Again, apparently Sit Lolly makes her a lot better, so try it out.
The thing is, if I get Silali and Moika, I already have the perfect like character for them both in Zelonin, so I don't really need Shenna.
You know, I may as well ask Noir, because you keep up to date with a lot more of what people think in like the East and such. How is Genshin versus like Wuthering Waves viewed over there? Because obviously competition exists, but
They don't view it as a competition. They see it as a friendly coexistence. And they laugh at the West for making things too dramatic.
yeah, I will 100% agree with that.
Like when I look at Chinese like videos and there's like they react to people on like with screenshots from Twitter because they can't go on there, but they just laugh at people like going at each other's throats and they're just like, you guys suck over in America.
Pretty much, Again, doesn't the East really look down on a lot of Western... Not all, but a lot of Western content creators because they keep drama farming?
Yes. Especially one
Many
who
insects have a
cannot
compulsion to
be
follow
named
the light,
in this stream.
and humans are the same.
And you know who it is.
Yeah. I think I know who you're talking
Except
about.
we call that light hope.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, Moika was talking. I was trying to shut her up.
Yeah.
Something you want to say, Lane?
Not really.
There was another... Kind of respect Hoyoverse for catering to their main audience instead of just appealing to Western's versions of like DEI or such.
Sensibilities.
Yeah, sensibilities.
Quote unquote.
Yeah. Granted, I do know Hoyoverse has been called out for like nerfing like Nicole's tits from like the beta or such. And oh man, I just
Instead of
remembered.
confining themselves to the heavens,
Lane, do you remember
God
how
should broaden their
how
horizons
upset-
in the world below.
Moika, shut up! I am talking here about anime tits. This is serious shit. Anyway. Remember when Rosaria, when her tits got nerfed? When we could clearly see how big they were in the story?
Oh, yeah.
And I'm just like, well, why though?
I'll say that,
Exploration
but
and
in a
trials.
DM group with you guys, I can't say it on stream. I can't say anything
Adventuring
what you
is
guys are
right
talking
up
about
my
on stream
alley.
That's fine.
right now.
Alright, let me see what you said. Let me
No, I'll say it after. Like,
oh, say it after stream. Okay. Alright, there was another thing
Actually, I'll
that was on my mind, that was on the tip of my tongue. Yeah, Rosaria did get smaller. It is crazy the amount of leaks from both Wuthering Waves and Hoyoverse keep happening. To the point that I heard Wuthering Waves is actually going the Hoyoverse route and starting to threaten to sue people that keep leaking things. That actually is a question I'm curious about. Does Hoyoverse not care if a character, like animations and such, are leaked after they announce them on like Twitter or such?
they do.
They do care? I'm just wondering because there's always so many. But is it a case of they do care, wish they could stop it, too many to try to stop?
Too many to try and stop, and too many lawyers to go like try and hire.
So I'm guessing they only get the lawyers involved when it comes to like big story leaks and such. Because I know that's what Wuthering Waves recently did, because someone leaked like all the story for 2.0 like a month in advance, and all like the assets and such. Rosaria's vampire powers make them shrink.
I take you guys on something in the Wandering Sea.
I'll check it out in a moment. But again,
I see.
Yeah, Lane thought if people would stop complaining on Twitter about like changes or stuff, they would not do anything to the character. But the fact that they just keep them like that is indicative of people complaining about it.
Complaining about the changes, or
Basically anything censorship and like oil games.
explain.
If people would stop complaining, they would revert everything. But the fact that people complain is making them just laugh at people and just say, haha, you guys are stupid.
then why do they make the changes in the first place? Just to bait people?
Just to bait people into being mad. Because they enjoy it.
I feel like that's something they're telling you for a joke and not the actual story. Because there is the whole thing that happened with ZZZ and how your character would become like completely transparent if you like got up close, and they reverted that day one.
Because they thought no one would ever notice.
But hell yeah, we noticed. We noticed, not just because it was like censorship, but it's like, okay, I'm not even that close. Why'd my character just become invisible?
Thing is that I would I can't even accept that they wouldn't notice type thing, because they know their audience, and if what is happening is, as you were saying, because they know people are going to complain about it, that literally would just be another case of, oh, they're complaining about it, why should we revert it?
I'm pretty sure everyone complained about it, and it was definitely something to complain about. Look, let's be real. Zenless Zone Zero is probably their most degenerate Hoyoverse game. Honkai Impact 3rd used to be that, but it's gotten a little more tame.
And I'm just gonna say, like, if they're doing this as a bait, then yeah, that's kind of scummy.
I more want... Sometimes I wonder, Noir, if you're hearing it specifically from the English branch side and not the ones that are the core, like, programmers and such.
Okay, what you just posted, Noir, that I can understand.
That's exactly why they do it.
And that's not even our fault.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Counter argument. The Western's threats against Hoyoverse, let's be real, it's nothing compared to how scary the Chinese community can get when it comes to Hoyoverse.
Yeah, I don't even fucking care at that point, Don. Threats because of shit like what happened with the original reveal of Natlan. That shit can go straight to hell.
Oh, I know. It's just most of
That's exactly why Hoyoverse does stuff.
Most of like the threats and anger from the Western side, it most of the time amounts to nothing. I've heard way too many stories of how crazy the Chinese fan base can get when they're really pissed off at something. Like, devs' lives are at risk.
Well, they're a little bit closer to home, so those threats might actually be, have some weight.
Yeah. People make threats, Hoyoverse trolls the threats. The people that make threats get more angry. They expose themselves, they get taken away. That's how it be. Also, are you sure you're allowed to say this, Noir? Because it'll be a pain to edit out.
I'm looking through the DNA, like, stuff. So.
Yeah.
So that's a yes. Okay,
right.
Is there...
I don't think there's anything else.
Is there...
Right. You got a good chunk of what you were saying out about the whole like WoA versus Genshin shit.
Again, just enjoy both games.
Just enjoy your games.
Gosh darn, you're handling this worse than... Okay, there. Those type of people are handling it worse than PS3 versus Xbox 360. And that's saying something! Or am I reaching there?
I think you're reaching there. Console wars are nothing to fuck about.
I actually saw a post earlier that... Actually, no, you retweeted it.
Yeah, it's like the nations were... Or, yeah, it was Josh Scorcher. Like, he's like, I was there, Gandalf, when the original post said, long ago, the nations lived in harmony, and it was like
Xbox,
GameCube,
PS2, GameCube, Dreamcast, that one didn't last.
And then Josh was like, bullshit. There was no, like, the console wars were in full back then.
It wasn't as nasty as PS3 versus Xbox 360, but it was still
Honestly,
pretty bad.
Honestly, I would say it's probably the lowest it was of the time compared to like
Genesis versus Nintendo. That was
Genesis versus Nintendo.
That was the most disrespectful the companies were. But
N64 versus PlayStation.
yeah, there were some shots thrown. But PS3
I mean,
versus
the whole thing with
Xbox
Final Fantasy
360.
Those were insane.
Yeah.
I feel PS3 versus Xbox 360. That is when the communities went their most feral over protecting their brand.
Me just playing my Wii.
I read some stories of Xbox and like PlayStation fans meeting up in an internet cafe and having a full-on brawl.
I'm not surprised by it, actually. I'm not surprised by that.
All because of people were bringing their PS2s to a Xbox area. It was like a turf war. PS3 versus Xbox 360 was insane.
Oh yeah, they were absolutely insane and went bonkers.
Many insects have a compulsion to
gosh
follow
darn
the
it,
light.
Moika, shut
And
up!
humans are the same. Except we call that light hope.
I did send you the Herta video.
I will check it out once I see. Oh, you
I
got
thought you
Lolly
guys small.
Durandal.
I'm getting tired.
Congrats. I'm not rolling for Lolly Durandal. Noir simps like crazy for Durandal. I simp like crazy for Kiana. Oh. That would have been one of the best times to get their reaction. Damn it. I threw the bait and she said, nah, I'm going to bed. Fuck.
Wow, that was the worst timing.
It really was the worst timing. I'm trying to think, is there anything else to say about, like, Wuthering Waves and Genshin? Oh yeah, content creators need to just stop encouraging fights. More content creators need to be like Doro. I'm just gonna say that. Doro's so positive, and I like that.
What, the
And he
little slime
seems
ball?
genuinely positive.
Oh, the little slime ball?
What? No, you're thinking of Enviosity.
Huh. Oh yeah, I don't really follow
Type in Genshin Doro. You'll see his face. He's one of the biggest ones.
I think actually I have not seen him before.
He's a very positive content creator, and he genuinely enjoys what he does.
I'll have to check him out later.
His Moika video was entertaining, and it was a prime example of why you pre-farm your relics and shit before.
Yeah, there were some like content creators, like I like watching Moon, Braxphone.
Moon, isn't that the one that has the kuru kuru as their opening?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
yeah, that is the one. I was thinking of.
Her, Guoba, he's pretty cool. Ones I don't watch too much are
Braxophone.
like Mr. Pokey.
I like Braxophone.
Oh yeah, Braxophone is great. I love his jokes.
Yeah,
ones I don't watch too much are like Mr. Pokey and Gacha Smash.
They've gotten a little too drama-centric for me.
Yeah. Like, I especially, like, first time I tried watching Gacha Snack stuff on, like, builds, he's got the like, zero cycle mindset. Where if you're not running DD, or, like, DDD, then you're not playing the game, right?
Look, I'm gonna be real. You're not zero cycling without DDD in some capacity. That is such an essential one.
I can only imagine his outrage over the HP inflation we've had been having.
Stance, Hana.
Yeah.
At R5, it advances everyone's actions by 28% when you use an ultimate.
It's for a Harmony character.
And it's for Harmony character. Again, really good for zero cycling. And just in general, it's one of the best Harmony light cones. It's really damn good.
Yeah, and it's only a 4-star.
And it's only a 4-star.
But like, there are people where it's like, oh, well, there's no point in doing it unless you're trying to go for 0 cycle. That's kind of what
highly disagree.
That's kind of what Gacha Smack basically does. It's like, if this character cannot 0 cycle, like with a DDD combo, it's not worth it.
Yeah, you forgot the fact of in order to 0 cycle, you need ridiculous speed stats and crit rate, crit damage substats, and not everyone has my luck.
Case in point.
Hey, at least I admit it.
Well, no. Case in point, me. I don't have that luck with rolling substats.
Yeah, not
or stats in general.
Yeah. Yeah, not everyone can roll crazy Firefly like I did.
Yeah. I still can't. I still don't even have pieces that I need for Herta right now.
I do agree that HP inflation is a problem with Honkai Star Rail.
Again,
And that's... that was one of the
face...
dumbest takes I heard Mr. Pokey say, is that, oh, we don't have an HP inflation issue, or a power creep issue. It's, oh, your poor choices. It's like, what? No!
No. When my Fei Xiao team, which everyone except for Robin has their signature, and they're like they're optimally built. You saw when
your
Fei
Fei
Xiao
Xiao
was...
team is on par with my Acheron team.
Yeah, you remember when Fei Xiao released against that werewolf, against the werewolf boss, like she shredded that boss immediately with so much damage. Now she could barely do a dent in that fucker. When that team is taking more time than the fucking Rappa team I have on the next portion.
That's the thing people don't get about HP inflation is when you put a lot of investment into a team, you want it to work for at least a year or two, especially because Fei Xiao's so new, and you have the premium Fei Xiao team.
Yeah, and well, there's also the fact of they still haven't fixed Aventurine's bug.
Yeah, they really need to fix that. I feel bad for you.
It's sorry. It is very bad because they usually like to attack Robin, and I do not like seeing Robin's HP bar go down.
Didn't you also say with your recent MOC that that Sfara grabbed Robin?
Yeah, okay, that's where I found out. Robin usually can't be hit by, like, stun effects, but apparently, no. Svarog's robot hand can grab her in its little shield, even when she's in her ultimate state. Which means that my ultimate state immediately stops, I'm not doing any of the bonus damage, and I gotta build up her ultimate again.
The funny thing is, Hana, with the Kafka fight in MOC, I brought my Firefly team to that, and she dominated my Gallagher. I still won. I don't know how. I don't know how I managed to win when my healer was the one that was dominated, but I did it. Also, I will say Sam in MOC makes 0 cycling, like, insanely difficult, because Sam's defense is so damn high until he does that whole flame thing.
Oh, it's one big issue is that you can't do any weakness break to him until he does the flame thing.
Yup. Either power creep is showing itself to be much worse than ever. Oh, it's definitely worse than it's ever been.
Oh yeah.
Or they really
I think it first started when we had the MOC that had the monkey bosses.
I feel like it started around 2 or 3 patches before this.
No, For me, it was mostly... yeah, I guess it was 2 patches before. Or maybe like a patch and a half. A patch and a half.
Yeah.
It was definitely in 2.6 when people started to notice, hey, we're getting a lot more HP sponges with these monkey robots.
I will say that is one thing I hope for Honkai Star Rail to do better with their newer characters is I have heard potentially they're making it where they're not as reliant on like having certain characters in order for them to function. I would like that to be true. I doubt it is.
From what I've seen from the early like Herta stuff, like Remembrance MC is really fucking good.
Yeah, because
like,
they
in
always
general.
make sure the MC always has a really good path.
Preservation.
How long would you have survived without them? You wouldn't even gotten. You would not have even gotten past a number of floors in Memory of Chaos, would you?
Fair enough, but then again, I also got Locha back then, so...
Again, starter character you get for free, alright?
Yeah. It's like... It's just a stark power difference, Don.
I know it's a stark difference! Just like how Bailu used to be considered, essential, and now she's...
pretty much the worst healer in the game.
Pretty much, unfortunately. Nah,
Many insects have a compulsion to
I
follow
still say
the
she's
light.
better
And
than
humans are the
Natasha.
same.
True, she can't
Except
get
we
rid
call
of,
that
like,
light
one in prison,
hope.
but she heals really strongly. And she does give, like, max HP and, defensive buff. So, she has that.
One thing I am glad is that I don't... or is that while Remembrance MC does work with Herta, I can also just replace MC with Sunday for that team comp, and I can still have my Break Effect team.
I refuse to get Sunday unless I absolutely have to.
Now you're pretty much good. I mean, you're not even getting Herta. I don't even think you're getting Uglia,
No, I have no intention of getting those.
and you're not getting not Gilgamesh or Tribi, right?
I'm not getting not Gilgamesh because I heard he's supposed to be an upgraded blade, and that pisses me off! Gosh darn it, Blade got done so dirty.
Or Blade.
I feel like he
Well,
was
actually,
the first.
I still
feel
I
like he
still
was
use
the
him with
first of the 1.0 characters to get power crap. I feel like even Sealy had more use than him for a while.
No, I mean, he got a resurgence with Jade.
See, I wouldn't know that because I didn't get it.
Again, remember, her skill drains his HP, which doubles... basically, every time he moves, he gets double his stacks.
Ow, rub in the lack of wind DPS more, why don't ya? Counter argument. Fei Xiao.
E.
Look, Fei Xiao's ridiculously strong. I'm not even gonna
Yeah.
remotely deny that.
She
Even
is
if you don't
amazingly
have the
strong.
optimal follow-up team.
Yeah, you can... like... Fei Xiao just needs, like, a good, steady,
You can use Hunt March.
Yeah, you can use Hunt March. Hunt March actually works really well with her.
Just because we have an option doesn't mean we're flush with options. Same with Ice DPS. Well, technically that's gonna...
That's literally changing the next patch.
Yeah, I was about to say, the Herta?
Madam Herta. And with the videos I've seen, she does so much fucking damage.
I will have to check out this video after we kind of got on a Honkai Star Rail thing. Wuthering Waves versus Genshin. What else was there to discuss?
that was like the main thing you already discussed. I don't know if you had anything else like planned.
I feel like... Oh, right. I wish content creators would stop acting like they have more power than they actually do. Gosh darn, that annoys the shit out of me. Look,
Yeah?
the only thing that is going to make Genshin suddenly become better is one of two things. Severe controversy, not just the Western side, but pissing off basically everyone. Or, you know, legit competition like Wuthering Waves. Because, let's be real, 5.0's quality of life probably would not have happened if Wuthering Waves did not exist. Competition is good. People think it's not for the game industry, but without competition, things stagnate.
Yeah. People
you.
don't understand. We need competition. We need people to keep pushing each other to be better. You can't just, like have the monopoly on a game, like a game type, and be like, okay, that's it. We made a game. Everyone.
Or you could be like Sony
we don't
and just completely forget what made people like them in the first place. But that's a
yeah.
topic for another day.
Yep.
What do you mean we're getting a new Horizon movie? No one asked for that!
Yeah, we're gonna react to that in a bit, Shard. Don't worry.
Yeah, no, don't worry. Okay, but yeah, like I was saying, the only time Genshin is, like, truly going to change for, like, again, either competition or they do something so bad it pisses off everyone. And not just, I have to specify this, not just content creators. Not just content creators. Everyone.
Like, okay, content creators, yeah, they kind of like signal boost some of the issues, but they are not fucking gods.
No, they're not. Now that said, because of something I recently heard about with a Hoyoverse creator in Japan, I will say as well, Hoyoverse, treat your creators better, be more transparent, because... Did you hear about this storyline?
I have not, actually.
Okay. So, there was this one Japanese content creator in Japan, made, like, Genshin Impact content for, like, 4 to 5 years. And they were in the content creator program, which was early access and such, for a while now. And then suddenly, they were booted out. No explanation given. They kept making Genshin stuff. And then at one point, they decided to try out Wuthering Waves. And then Genshin contacted them. No, not Genshin. Hoyoverse contacted them basically saying, don't do that. Keep in mind,
They've already taken away his privileges without any, like, warning.
yes.
So, why wouldn't he feel incentivized to go somewhere else?
Yep.
If he's already being treated badly?
Yep, he was treated badly, and that's what got him to talk about this. And I will say, on that front, Genshin, specifically Genshin Hoyoverse, because I hardly ever hear any, like, real controversial stuff from either Star Rail or Zenless Zone Zero, even on the business side.
I'm pretty sure Nor has some kind of story for that. You never know.
Possibly. But Genshin Hoyoverse. Be more transparent with your creators.
Instead of
No, they
confining
don't
themselves
have
to the heavens,
as much power
God
as
should
they
broaden their horizons
as
in the
some
world
think.
below.
Moika, shut up, I'm talking. No, they don't have as much power as some content creators think. But there's still free advertising. They're free advertising, they're spreading goodwill, and they're helping your company. Honestly, that's one thing I should say to the entire gaming industry. Stop treating the content creators that want to spread the joy and love of your game and trying to control it. Like, you're wanting all the benefits of free advertising, but not like paying them anything. It's just...
And unless they're actively shitting on things that aren't even actual shit.
Yeah. But I'm just talking about, like, they're spreading, like, all this...
If they're giving you, like, actual, like, or positive reinforcement, maybe a few criticisms here and there, maybe just saying things you could improve, but overall giving a positive vibe towards other people, yeah, treat them right.
Yeah,
treat them good.
Treat them right. Don't be an old Nintendo, okay? Let's put it that way.
Or, yeah.
Yeah, it's primarily old Nintendo.
Yeah.
I hope it's old Nintendo. I haven't heard too many things. I only hear Nintendo gets like that when it comes to mods and fan creations, which...
When it comes to like actual legal stuff, that's another subject for another time.
Yeah, that's again, I think I got everything out. Again, just enjoy both games. Stop trying to have it like you're fighting one another. It's not worth it, and honestly, to onlookers just looking at this, it just makes both sides look stupid. And I'm saying that to both people that shill Hoyoverse and Kuro games. I play both. You can play both. Or you can just choose one without shitting on the other. Gosh darn, it's not that hard to be a respectful human being.